And the record button is up. There we go. Now, I am going to show you all what true greatness looks like when it comes to content. I'm going to be ranking these best fast food, fast casual, if we want to be, I don't know if PC is the correct word, but whatever, we want to be fancy, then that is the word we're looking for. So, everyone knows, obviously, A&W is a hidden gem, but my only memories of A&W are combined with Long John Silver's. And I don't think there was a place that you couldn't use it as a literal slip and slide with grease instead of soap and water. But that also made it taste better. So for me, A&W is going to have to be a solid like B. B. Sweet, sweet Arby's. I don't know that there's anything that I would rather do any day of my life than eat Arby's. I think I might trade my whole life away if it meant eating Arby's, to be honest with you. So clearly that's an S tier. Baja Fresh, I think this has a never had situation. I have never had this thing, so to be fair, I have to put it in never had. Blimpie. Now I have had Blimpie, and I've got to say Subway was better then. Subway's probably worse now. We'll put her right there. Bojangles. Oh my goodness. Okay, here's the thing about Bojangles. The first time you eat Bojangles, it's the best thing you've ever eaten. And I don't know why, but it truly is the greatest thing I've ever discovered. But then when I go back, it was so good. I don't know. It's like eating a steak every night for dinner eventually. Is it the same, same life you're living? But I don't know. I'd rather have Arby's than Bojangles, but it's close. But Bojangles does have breakfast, and Arby's doesn't really have breakfast. I got to stay true to my heart. We got to go with the A tier. Boston Market. I didn't know anybody remembered Boston Market. Mac and cheese from there is top shelf. I got to put it with A&W because it's a childhood memory. I can't be sure how good or not good it was, so we got to go solid there. Burger King. If Burger King was a person, I would punch them in the face because they always disappoint me. I always think it's going to be good, and then it's not. I mean, I guess there are actual people's faces you could punch, but they only work for Burger King. I've not met the Burger King. So, Burger King, you have my disgust for the rest of my life. Raising Cane's. Now, see, Raising Cane's, I'm a big fan of because the toast is good, the chicken's good, but it doesn't have that much flavor unless you put the sauce, and I don't like the sauce. But if I take Taco Bell sauce and put it on the Cane's, it's the best thing I've ever eaten. But it doesn't say Raising Cane's plus Taco Bell sauce. But that toast is so good. And their Coke Zero is extra special. I don't know why. Oh, I'm probably, if you ask me Bojangles or Arby's, or not Arby's, Bojangles or Cane's, I'm probably pausing for thought. So we'll put her there with old Bojangs. Carl's Jr. is an abomination. And once again, should I meet Carl in Burger King, that would be very convenient for me because I would give them both a double punch to the face. If Carl and Burger King are out there, if y'all would get together and let me know time and place, I would love to meet you. Checkers, probably the greatest thing I've never had, but I've never had it. Chick-fil-A. Man, Chick-fil-A made me sick the other day, and it makes me sick a lot of times. It is delicious, but I'd rather have Bojangles. I think most of the day. Oh, see, Chick-fil-A is when you don't know what you want to eat. Chick-fil-A is always a safe bet because it's usually the exact same everywhere you go, where you can have some discrepancies everywhere else. This is tough. That mac and cheese is good. They have delicious cookies. I think I have to put them A tier, even though I think they're overrated. I think most people have them S tier. It is far from S tier. This is a big gap for me. I would eat Arby's 4 million times out of 4 million before I would eat Chick-fil-A. But they have enough all around good that I think I have to put them up there. Apparently, I just love chicken, but not as much as roast beef. Chipotle. I love Chipotle so much. It also makes me sick every time I eat it, but it's an easy S tier. I don't even have to say too much about that. Churches. Now, this is the opposite of Chick-fil-A, where you really don't know what you're going to get because Churches could be an S tier. It could very well be the bottom and the most disgusting thing you've ever had, so it's only fair to put them there. Cookout. I would love to be invited to a cookout, but I have not. Culver's. Ooh, Culver's is pretty decent. Culver's is a place I forget how good it is. I only eat there like once every 2 years, and I'm like, oh, I should eat here more often. But then I don't, so it can't be that good. I think it's better than my B tiers, but it's not as good as my A tiers. But if I ate there, I'd probably say A. We'll put an A. Del Taco. No. I don't. Del Taco is everything that people say Taco Bell is. That's all I'll say about that. Denny's, I think it's appropriate because Denny's is so mid that we don't have a C yet. And I think that is the perfect representation of a C. Absolutely. Domino's. Okay. You couldn't have paid me cash dollars to eat Domino's like 5 years ago, but they've stepped up their game. Their pan crust, their Alfredo, so delicious. And I can feed my whole family for like $11. Also a win. Ooh, but I'm not choosing Domino's over these two, but it's value. We got to bring value into the equation. Does that push him up in the draft? I guess I got to put it because pizza is my favorite food, and this is probably my favorite pizza at the moment. That's not like handcrafted. I got last here. DQ. Man, DQ has really hurt me in the last few years. I feel like they've progressively gotten worse at everything, but I have good memes. So that's B. That's definitely a B. El Pollo Loco. See, El Pollo Loco, actually, they work against each other because there's not the grease of these two establishments, or all four of these establishments, but it's a little better. I don't know. It's probably like Boston Market level. I gotta go Denny's because it's not spectacular. Firehouse subs. Firehouse is like when you're training for a new job and they're like, we're going to feed you lunch. It's going to be great. We really went all out. And then they give you Firehouse. And so there's some disappointment there that shouldn't count against the food, but I think it does because I've only ever had it in a disappointing cold room where I take all the sad lettuce and tomato off. So I'm going to have to put it there with El Pollo Loco. Five Guys. See, Five Guys, I have to get a loan every time I want to eat there, but it is good. But it's also like every small town, oh, you got to try this burger place. So I can't say it's worse than Culver's for sure. So we'll put it right there. IHOP. Man, IHOP has everything that shouldn't even go together. Like you shouldn't be able to eat a chicken fried steak at 4 a.m, but you can at IHOP because there's no rules. And for that reason, I must put them in A. In-N-Out. Oh, easy S. Easy S. In-N-Out has completed my life. I didn't know what I was missing out on or in on until I had their burger. I could eat there every single day of my life. And I think if I had the option of In-N-Out or Arby's, I think I'm taking In-N-Out unless the line is longer. If the line was super long, I'd go to Arby's because let's be honest, there's never a long line at Arby's. It's me and me. Jack in the Box, man. Jack in the Box is tough. You're getting spit in your food for sure. I don't know if that adds to the flavor or not. It will put you in an early grave and it will make you sick at least once in your life. But the tacos, the sourdough jack, the curly fries, the Oreo shake, I think you got to go B. I think the bad parts could easily pull it into D, but the good parts do that. No, we got to go B tier. I think I'd rather have Jack. I'd rather have Dairy Queen than Jack, but I'd rather have Jack over these three. Jersey Mike's. Jersey Mike's is good. They're fine. They're just meh. Yummy Yawns. I think they're about the same. Maybe a little better. I do like that bread. But no, I guess I'd have that before I'd eat Charges. It's not fair of me to... I look like a sub hater, but I do like a good sub. Is Jersey Mike's really worse than Jimmy John's? I think slightly. So we're going to go there with it. Never had this. That guy is creepy. And if he served me something, I would hit him with a crowbar. KFC. It has to go in the mem category because I haven't had it. It's not that good to have it, but it has good memories. So we're putting it there. Little Caesars. Little Caesars used to be the best deal in town. You get a wonderful pizza for $5. Now you can get a wonderful pizza for like $8 or $9. But is it really wonderful when it's $8 or $9? Not really. I think that I got to go. I think it's at the top of B. It would be at the way bottom of A. So yeah, we got to go B tier on this. Oh, LJS. LJS has formed me as a human being. It is crucial to understanding who I am as a person, as a father, as a husband, as a son. And I could eat there every single day of my life. And it would be a short life, but I could do it. So that's an S tier for me. Mickey D's. Mickey D's is way hated on. Let's see. I would rather have McDonald's than IHOP. I'd rather have McDonald's than Five Guys because of the price to taste ratio. Rather have it over Culver's. Rather have it over Chick-fil-A. Rather have it over Cane's. Bojangles is tough. I don't know that I could put it here. And all of my first job, I would go there before work and I would get either 3 double cheeseburgers and 2 spicy McChickens or the inverse of that. And then it was so delicious because it was $5 and I could do it every single day. And so it's got the B tier memories working for it. It's got the A tier flavor working for it. But do I combine those and to put them like somewhere here, or do this get lifted up? Plus McDonald's fries are so good. Okay, let's think about this. I'd rather have McDonald's than, I think it's got to go A tier. I can't push it. It has to go above Jack in the Box for various reasons. It's a much better product than Jack in the Box, and don't let anyone lie to you, especially Patrick. There we go. It's going A tier, and I can feel good. Most Southwest Grill I have seen, but I have never had. Let's see how many written. There's so many of these. I should probably have talked faster. Noodles. Sorry, Noodles. Panda. Panda just is not for me. It is a fine product, and I feel like maybe it should be higher just on the fact that it doesn't belong with these 2 individuals who shall not be named, shall only be punched repeatedly. But unfortunately, it's just not my style. Panera, their breakfast is pretty good. Everything else is fine. I think they got to go C because I'm taking every one of these before I'm having Panera. It's fine if I have to settle in life. Oh no. I guess Papa John has done some things. He's seen some things, and so he is no longer on this. This person was so morally outraged to have to include him in this. Not enough to exclude him. He had to be included, but they had to make their statement by erasing his face. Papa John's used to be a lot better. I used to have a secret discount code. I get 50% off every single meal I ate. I don't remember what it was. It was like a leaked code that was like for employees or something. You use it on their app or on the website. So I had 50% off pizza for like a solid 3 years, which was a good time of life. But the last time I had it wasn't so good. So, oh man, I gotta go B. I gotta go B tier on this. It's fine. It's Little Caesars quality to me. Just a lot more expensive without that code. PDQ looks delicious. They look like they know what they're doing. So maybe I should find one, but I have never seen one. So there we go. Pin Station. I mean, it's subs. I could probably tell you what it tastes like without having been there, but we won't do that. We won't be racist to subs. Pizza Hut. Okay. Pizza Hut used to be the king. 50-cent Wild Wing Wednesdays. Oh man. Yeah. For memories, I got to put it in B because I have good. It's not that good anymore, but it's got to go for the memories in B tier. Love that chicken from Popeyes. I actually don't love the chicken. It's fine. It's like a worse Bojangles. So B's fine. See, I've heard people say Portillo's, and I want to say Portillos, but Portillo's, I think, is actually how it's pronounced. And I've never had it. Have seen it. Potbelly. I made out with my wife in the parking lot of a Potbelly many times. So for that reason, I have to rank it. I think I've tasted like a chip. But making out with my wife has to move you up to at least a B tier. So I don't. Oh, it's Qdoba. Never had it. Okay. Quiznos. Quiznos. I was a broke college student the last time I had Quiznos, and it like scraped together every penny I had because it was the closest thing to me, and I was so excited, and it was trash. And I'm still mad about it. Roy Rogers. 50 years. 50 years without Caleb in your life is a long time, but unfortunately I have not had it. Sbarro, never had it. Heard good things. Shalotsky's. Oh, see, it has the memories, but it's delicious. I got to go A tier. That pizza as a child was like the thing to hear after church. We're going to Schlotsky's, and oh man. And there's no weakness in their game, but they're just not as good as the top. So they got to go A tier for me. Shake Shack, also, I never been. Maybe I should expand my life. Sheets, never had it. Skyline Chili, also heard of it, never had it. I'm not a Midwestern man, I'm a Southern boy. Sonic. Ooh, see, this is tough. Because Sonic can be the most rancid, disgusting thing you've ever had in your life if you go to one where everyone in that town is on meth. But if you go to a good one, it's so delicious. I'm taking Sonic over everything in B for sure, but there's some in A that I can't. It's got to go on par with those guys. That Oreo Blast just makes me want to commit robberies. Okay, Steak and Shake. I have had Steak and Shake. It's fine. To me, that's like Denny's. It's fine. It's whatever. All right, Subway. Subway has become, unfortunately, the D. Not even their cookies could save it. It is no longer $5 foot long, which is the only reason I think any of us liked it. I think we were all tricked by our taste buds that our wallets just wanted to eat and be full, but it was never good. And we can stop lying to ourselves because now it's $53 to get a sandwich there. Never been to Swenson's. Taco Bell. See, Taco Bell for me, their little inflated prices have troubled me because I used to be able to get so much more food for what it was, and now I cannot. So it's still a staple of my life, though. I have to go A tier. 5 years ago, easy S tier for me, but they've slippaged. Cabana's fine. It's whatever. Torchy's, though. Ooh, I do love Torchy's. I think it's a Bojangles level for me. I don't know, maybe it deserves more than A tier. It is good, but I don't like seek it out to go there. If I see one of these places, I will not always stop, but if I'm hungry and I see one of these places, I will stop. Torchy's is probably not there for me. The old Awful House. Man, I'm a fan, but I think you're competing with McDonald's there. So we'll go A tier. Wawa. What I used to call water as a child, but I've never been there. Wendy's. That's in the memory category. And Whataburger. Unfortunately, Whataburger is not better than In-N-Out. To me, everyone has their own taste buds, so don't get your panties in a twist if you disagree. But for me, Whataburger does enough right that it's delicious, but not enough that I dream about it in my sleep, which is generally where most people dream. Okay, White Castle. Never had White Castle, but they have tiny onions, and I'm not a fan of any onion, tiny or small. They can all get punched in the face. All right. Wiener Schnitzel I've had, and I hated it. And I'm still sad because I thought it was going to be so good. It had such a cool name. I was like, oh, Wiener Schnitzel is going to be amazing. And it was terrible. Never been to Wings Over. Wingstop, however, I have been to, and it is quite delicious, but not the most delicious. Finishing off with Zaxby's, I have not been there. Okay. Now you've seen these. This is the actual correct answer. I know everyone said their own taste buds, but no, this is the correct answer. If you say anything other than this, especially Patrick, they are wrong, and you should probably be hauled off in some sort of, I don't know, barrel of some kind and rolled down a hill, and just have better opinions. Really, it's not that hard to just be better in life, be as good as I am. You just have to wake up and just choose to be as good as me. And if you can do that, then I'll be proud of you. And your dad might come back and be proud of you as well. So who knows? Anyway, farewell.